Hey everyone, I got another Scrawlrbox. This one was a little bit delayed this month, but we got it in time. It is the January Scrawlrbox. So let's see what we got. So Scrawlrbox is a monthly subscription box where they send you a box of mystery art supplies for £15 in the UK. I've been getting it for a year now, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, but they're always fun because you never know what you're going to get. So this one here looks like markers. This is a cute little print from Giobi. Gosh, I'm probably saying that wrong. So that's the information there. And here's the good stuff. Whoa, that's a lot of brown. So we've got some Windsor & Newton Promarkers here. It's pretty cool. I have some already, see? But these ones are pastel. I don't have any earthy tones. So these are Promarkers. Dusky pink, cinnamon, and burnt sienna, which I love. I love burnt sienna as a colour. Then we have a Faber-Castell 2H pencil, a brush pen, Pigma brush pen. It's pretty cool, very thin. Micron. And what's this? Faber-Castell Pitt pen, bullet nib. Ooh, this is white. Ooh, that's cool. That'll be fun to play with. And a little sweetie, a little buttersweet, you know, like a Werther's Original, so something like what your grandma eats. And the Scrawler challenge this month is growing up. So that's the prompt word, growing up. I'm very new to markers. I'm not very experienced with them at all. I do have some Copic markers though, and I also have some Windsor & Newton Pro markers. So they have these ones have a bullet nib. Can't really see that very well. These ones have a bullet nib on one side, and then they have a chisel nib on the other. Then the Sakura, the technical pen, the archival ink. Let's not worry about that because words are words, right? But we can paint 1,000 words with just one stroke of a pen. So let's do that instead. So this one is the dusky pink. Just gonna test them out on this paper. I guess there's quite a lot of like skin tones, earth tones here, which might come in handy later down the road. Ooh, that one's nice. That one looks like a nice coffee. That's actually the colour of the coffee that I like. Just so you know, in case I'm ever invited around any of your houses. See that coffee there? Too strong for me. I actually really like the Promarkers. I know they don't have brush nibs, which a lot of people like, but I quite like how they look. I think there's something about them that's nice to draw with. Then we have the Micron. I'm sure you guys are familiar with fine liners. This is just going to be a regular fine liner. I can never remember if these guys are waterproof or not. Then we have the Pigma brush pen. This here, look how thin that is. I'm terrible at calligraphy. Like, I'm not even going to attempt to do anything, but that's really nice. Very thin lines, and then if you had a nice steady hand, like steadier than mine. I'm not very good with brushes, with brush pens, to be honest. Now this one is what I'm excited about. Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Bullet Nib, because if you got a lot of gel pens like me and you can never get any of them to work, this might be the answer we are looking for. So it looks quite faint. I'm not sure if you're meant to shake it. It looks like if you shake it, it looks a little bit... I don't know, but that's quite good. It does absorb it quite a bit, but for some little dotty work, it's quite nice. And then this pencil. I mean, it's a pencil. What do you want me to do with it? Just, to be honest, I hate sketching in pencils. That's why I use coloured pencil all the time. Something about drawing in pencil reminds me of being at school. So yeah, that is a little swatch test, and I guess now I gotta think of a little prompt for Growing up. I don't want to grow up. I have Peter Pan syndrome. So after playing with the materials, I tried to think of some ideas for the prompt growing up, and then I did some little thumbnails here and some colour comps. So I decided to do 3 little things that from my childhood I always thought were really gross, but then as an adult I do them. So these are things that when I do them I think about my mum and how I always used to say, like, that's disgusting, or that's so gross, or the classic ooh. So just using that 2H, 2B pencil, 2H, that regular pencil there to sketch out. And then I'm going in with the markers. So basically the 3 things that I thought were really gross when I was a kid was, number 1, when my mum used to take like the bottom of a sauce jar, like a pasta jar or a curry sauce jar, and she used to put a bit of water in and water it down to get the last bits from the jar. I don't know why as a kid I thought that was like the worst thing ever, but I did. And now I do it as an adult. And the second thing was when this is a bit embarrassing, but when my mum used to go to the loo, sometimes she would blow her nose while she was in the loo, and I don't know why I always thought that was really gross, and I occasionally do it now. I blow my nose while I'm on the toilet, so TMI maybe. And then the last one is probably what we all think is gross, when you pick up the gunk from the sink. So, and I have to do that as an adult, otherwise, you know, clogged sink. Those are my 3 things that growing up I do. So the colour combinations I found pretty limiting. They're nice colours, they go together well. They didn't really match any of the ideas that I had here, but they were fine. It's browns. I'm not really sure why they gave us all browns, but maybe they got a discount on them. And then I'm going in with the Micron pens, just doing some outlining. So like I said before, I'm not super awesome at markers. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a little doodle really at the end of the day. I did manage to break this pen by pushing it down too hard, and then I try and get it out for like 20 minutes with tweezers and pins and my fingernails. It didn't work. So in the end I had to hold it like 90 degrees. Is that 90 degrees? I had to hold it completely upright to make it work. So yeah, these images are pretty simplistic, just some line work and some markers. Not really the style that I normally do, but I guess that's kind of the good part about Scrawlrbox, is that it forces you out of your comfort zone, makes you use materials that you're not used to. I do like doing line work, but with the markers I always find everything looks a bit amateurish when I do it, because I'm not very good at using them. And then I try to do a little bit of shading with this pencil, just because there's not any lighter colours than the lightest marker. And in the end, use the brush pen to outline everything a bit wonkily. And that's the finished image. So the colours all go together nicely, and it's a cute little image, I guess. Not the greatest masterpiece in the world, but that's Scrawlrbox. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!